Hi, it's Mary Garrison with Heritage Behavioral Health Center. So as we begin harvest season, I think it's really important to shed some light on rural mental health. So Heritage has the honor of serving many rural communities. And I wanted to take a moment today with a local farmer, a good friend who's done some work with me with rural mental health, named David Brown. David, I would love if you could talk a little bit about what is probably the number one stress right now that individuals are experiencing.
Well, Mary, thank you so much for coming out to the farm. But in your area that you serve is some of the most important and significant agriculture in the United States. There's a tremendous amount of corn and soybeans and row crops that are presented here. But right now, the biggest stressor that we see in agriculture is the economy. Grain prices are very low and below cost of production. And that means everybody starts getting the alarm goes off about the businesses that are involved in agriculture, such as fertilizers, the banking system, equipment. Everybody is starting to get concerned about the ability for farmers to pay back. We're having good crops. We're having things that, we're doing our job well, but right now it's the below cost of production. I think that is the biggest stressor that we can see is right now is what the economy is going to be, when it will be over, when it will improve. It will improve in time. We saw this in the 80s. There was a lot of mental health issues during that time with farmers that were not being able to pay out and not meeting their requirements with their bankers or with their seed companies. So it's not, this has a feel to it right now, similar to what I experienced in the 80s when there was a tremendous amount of stress. Concerned about the mental health of farmers and trying to keep them solvent.
So Heritage is really honored to be able to serve our rural community. And David, with what you just talked about, what would you suggest to your community and your friends?
Well, my experience in mental health that you've helped educate me with is be aware of what a spouse or a family member or somebody in the community that you're close to, we all know each other like the back of our hands. We can recognize stress and we can recognize that there's issues going on. How can you help or where can we go and seek out help in case there is stress that you don't know? Sometimes you don't even know when it's on top of you. And then all of a sudden, boom, the bottom falls out and you don't know what to do. So I would say, get ahead of it before there starts to be a problem. Start going to people that will help you in getting things straightened out in your thinking because it's real. Stress is real and it's our way of life, but it's also a business. Right now, the business side is getting involved in our way of life. We want to make money. That makes what makes us happy. But right now, there's some struggles and challenges out there.
And we are here, again, as Heritage Behavioral Health Center to offer. We have a crisis line. If you call 217-362-6262, you can go to our website at heritagenet.org. You can just walk in our doors downtown in Decatur. So David, thank you so much for the support you give and trying to really eliminate stigma of mental health with farmers.
We went through this in the 80s and we saw it and it is real. So make sure that, do a check on yourself.
Absolutely.